Hello everybody, welcome once again to my channel. If you happen to be a returning subscriber, if you happen to be stopping by for the very first time, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really do appreciate it, and I'm hoping on your way out that you click the subscribe button. Now for this video, I wanted to take you guys through a step-by-step procedure that is actually my current foundation routine, because I'm sure by now everybody realized that it's gotten a bit hotter. Like the days are actually, some days are hotter than some. So during this time of the year, I actually switch up my foundation routine and I focus more so on covering the imperfections in my face and using way less foundation. Now, because I have oily skin, I cannot go without powder. So powder is the most important thing that I would need during this time. So if you guys want to see how I actually achieve my flawless hot days foundation routine, then please stay tuned. Now I've already washed my face, so I'm wearing absolutely nothing on my face right now, but actually I'm wearing my toner. I toned my skin using my Pixie Glow Tonic. Now I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize my skin using my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. Then I'm going to follow up by priming my skin, and of course you guys know my two favorite primers, this one from Becca and this one from LA Girl. Now the one from LA Girl, I focus more so in my T-zone area and where I actually have large pores. I have large pores in this area right here. So what I would do, because it's a silicone based primer, I would actually tap it into my skin versus actually, that wiping motion. So I would tap it because I'm actually trying to eliminate the appearance of these large pores, kind of like fill them in, so that when I apply my foundation it looks way more seamless. And then I'm just going to go in with my Becca foundation afterwards and apply it around the perimeter of my face to help control this oily face that the good Lord has blessed me with. Let me not complain. This oily face the good Lord has blessed me with. Okay, let me just apologize for that step just now. My camera went dead, but anyway, don't worry about it. I am wearing my orange corrector from LA Girl. I applied it in the areas where I have acne scarring or blemishes, whatever you want to call it. And I also applied a bit of it underneath my eyes because I have that 5 o'clock shadow going on underneath. You may really know. But anyway. And then I also applied a bit over my mouth area because I do have what we call hyperpigmentation going on around that area. And of course, after you've applied your corrector, you just go ahead and blend it out as much as you can with your beauty blender. Now, usually after I've applied my color corrector, I would allow it to sit on my face for, let's say, maybe 5 minutes. I would just move on to sculpting my eyebrows and applying my eyeshadow, because I'm sure anybody who's actually tried color correcting, you may have noticed, like, as soon as you apply your corrector and you apply your foundation over it, it oxidizes, so then your foundation will look a bit orange. So that is the reason why I allow mine to sit on my face for a few minutes and then move on to my eyes and then come back and apply my foundation, because I do not want to be walking around with an orange face. So in the meantime and between time, let me just go ahead and sculpt my eyebrow. Okay, so moving on to the next step. Now, as you guys can see, I actually have applied some concealer on my eyelids because my eyelids are actually darker. As you guys can tell, it's darker than my actual brow bone. This is my brow bone area. And one of the tricks that I actually do is actually concealing my dark eyelids using concealer, because a concealer lightens and a corrector brightens. So I take a flesh tone concealer and just conceal both of these dark eyelids so that they actually look the same color as the concealer I use to sculpt my eyebrows. And then I take a damp beauty blender, and just to lock in that concealer, I actually apply a bit of my Sacha Buttercup powder right over my eyelids. think I need to use a mirror because it's going all over the place. That's more like it. So after that step, I would then move on to concealing my under eyes and also concealing the areas where I applied color corrector. And the concealer I'm using, well, it's actually a concealer and foundation in one, is this one from Black Opal, and I've already applied some here on my right side, as you can see. Now the reason why I'm actually using a concealing foundation, as I said earlier in the beginning of this video, I focus more so on covering the imperfections in my face, so then by the time I reach the foundation part of it, I would just need just a small bit of foundation to just basically finish off the look. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply my concealing foundation on the left side of my face, and I actually dragged it down like in a V or U, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to focus on the blemished areas. As you guys can see, I have a little blemish right there, and then I have a few on my jaw area. I'm not going to apply a ton of this because this is a total coverage concealing foundation, which means that it, yeah, is kind of heavy. And then of course I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and just blend that concealer out. Now, as you guys can tell, you can actually see that the imperfections in my face are basically covered. Then I move on to setting that concealer with a translucent powder, and I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent loose powder in medium deep, just to set the areas where I applied the concealer. And then after that, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation. Now, I know a lot of people say that you're not supposed to apply liquid foundation over powders. Yes, you can. Now, the foundation I'm going to be using is really a very lightweight foundation because I basically covered up all the imperfections on my face, so I don't want anything that's too heavy right now. So I love using this MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation in N9, mostly on really hot days, so I don't really have to apply much. It's actually a water-based foundation, just about, let's say, about 3 drops, and then I just dab it lightly around my face and of course on my forehead, and then I just blend it out completely. After that step, we can move on to highlighting and contouring. I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Once again, another one. And this one is actually in Warm Honey. And I'm just going to show you guys the areas where I highlight and the areas where I actually apply contour cream. Okay, and we have on our highlight and our contour. Well, I have it on. I don't know about you, but I have on mine. Now, because I have a very long face, this is actually how I contour and highlight my face. I focus more so on the areas where if I happen to take a picture, these are the areas where the camera flash would actually hit. So because I have that long face, as I said before, I focus more so on this area, and then I focus around the perimeter of my face to actually give myself that more sculpted, slimmer face. Even though my face is long and slim already, you know, I still want it to look even more chiseled. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of this out. Now, after everything is blended out seamlessly, I would then go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder and focus on the highlighted areas. Now, as I told you guys earlier, I do have oily skin, so powders are actually the most important thing during this actual routine. Like, I have to apply a bunch of powder on my face so I don't look like a complete grease ball. You know what I'm saying? Now, after I've completed that step, I would then take my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder in medium deep, and then I will try to define my contour even more by just applying a bit just below where I have my contour. I want it to be really defined. I find using the Laura Mercier is much easier to blend out on this part of my face than using the Buttercup powder. So I kind of use both of them, as you guys can see, whenever it comes to my foundation routine. So that way, you know, the Sasha Buttercup lovers don't have to cuss me out and say, oh, Sasha better than Laura. No, they're not. They're both equally great. I totally believe that they're both equally great, and I use both of them all the time on my face. So I don't see what the problem really be, you know what I mean? Really see what the problem be. I mean, I understand. I really don't. And then, of course, you know, I let it sit on my face for about a minute, and then I blend it out. Now, I've already went ahead and applied my liner. I've also applied some false lashes. I'm not wearing my usual Islay lashes from Flutter Lashes. I'm actually trying these Demi Wispies from Ardell Lashes. They're kind of different for me, kind of new for me. I'm still feeling them out because I've kind of gotten used to mink lashes. So they might grow on me, but for now they do feel really different. But I'm not going to, you know, stop using them. I'll try them out for a bit more. I've also applied my blush already. As you guys can tell, my cheeks are a bit pink. And then I applied my setting spray from Basha. Now, usually during this routine, I wouldn't allow my setting spray to dry down completely. I would apply my highlight while it's still sort of semi-wet, so that when everything dries down, it doesn't look so textured. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a bit of this. I'm also using a much smaller fan brush. Yeah, man. For this video, I'm changing it up completely. So I'm just going to blend that on the highest parts of my cheek. Like that. All right, my beauties. So that is basically it for my current foundation routine that I'm doing right now during these hotter days or these hotter months. If you happen to have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them down in the comment section of this video. And if you happen to appreciate this video, please be sure to leave a big thumbs up on your way out. And also, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please be sure to also hit that subscribe button on your way out. Now, I want to take this time out to actually thank all of you who have been interacting with me on all of my social media accounts. You guys have no idea how much I actually appreciate it. I really do appreciate all of the love. All of you who follow me on Snap, all of you who follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for the love. And I just want to say a big thank you, and I really do appreciate all of it. Now, I don't have anything else to say, but until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. And as always, bye bye.